Oh, it worked. Hello, everybody. How's everyone going? It's a rather beautiful night in Australia tonight. Just move my chair around a little bit. Not a bad chair, this one. If I can get it working. Where's the buttons? There it is. There we go. So what's been happening around the world? Sleepless Hustler. Hello, mate. How you going, buddy? It's been quite a wild ride in Australia lately. Everyone's panicking. People fighting our local shops. Where Arnie C, how you going, buddy? Australia's on rations now. When you go into a shop, you're only allowed one item per person and all that sort of stuff. So the even the shops themselves driving to work. Ooh, got you just in time. Hey, coin hunting couple, how you going? Yeah, Australia's under rations now, so you're allowed one item per thing, like one packet of biscuits, one item from the freezer, one item of meat, things like that. Panic here too, yeah. David, how you going, mate? Yeah, no, she's pretty rough here at the moment. A lot of people are going from supermarket to supermarket and trying to get what they need, but there's been a few incidences of the Chinese people running around buying everything up. Like the captain was telling me up at Crookwell, they've had bus loads of Chinese people show up and just clean out the shops, just clean out everything. There's nothing left, and then they're all mailing it back over to China. So that's a big part of our problem here in Australia at the moment. A lot of stuff's getting sent over to China. So everyone's suffering around the world too, by the sound of it. I hope a few people listened to me first video and went out and got a few things stockpiled. But yeah, my neighbour's under quarantine at the moment. They live over that way. They're under quarantine. They just got back from overseas. I didn't know they'd come back from overseas, and I went over to say good day to them. And he's like, whoa, stay back, I'm under quarantine. I'm like, whoa, back off, way, way off. He says, no, we're not sick or anything, but everyone who comes back into the country now is under quarantine. And we're all under rations now. So when I went shopping the other day, I think I ended up with 7 things in my trolley, and it cost me $50. The price of things have just gone through the roof, and the availability of things is just not there. There was 3 packets of frozen chips in the freezer when I went to get some food the other day. Hey Marty, how you going, champion? Yeah, just lock it all down and just stop everything. But in Australia, they're not stopping things because the people are still moving freely. Like you get on the freeway and there's just thousands of cars flying everywhere. So there's no real lockdown in Australia yet, and the virus is just spreading. So it's only a matter of time before it really kicks off. And I think what they're doing is they're just going to try and slowly let it go through the community because they don't want to get overwhelmed. Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. I'm in good spirits. I've got my pirate hat back out. I did a mail call the other night for a lot of our mail call that we hadn't read, and I've still got a heap of mail myself to send out to people. Rick G, how you going, mate? Oh, cool, champion. Yeah, I got a lot of. I've still got ten letters I've got to send out to everyone, and that's been weighing on me pretty big. So hopefully, like I've been trying to get me pension. California is on lockdown. Yeah, well they should do it. They've got to lock cities down because the cities where the viruses are, everyone's flying back from overseas, and then the people are travelling out of the city, spreading it everywhere. So no, it's not going to work real well. But like I was saying, I've got 10 letters I'm going to send out still, like with my old prizes and stuff, and it's been weighing on me pretty heavy. But I've been trying to get a pension for a month now, and my paperwork's been accepted, so I'm looking at finally getting onto it in about 2 weeks. So I'm pretty excited. Get to sleep. No, the night's only just begun. I'm having a couple of beers now. Can anyone guess what type of beer I'm drinking? I've peeled the label off so I won't get in trouble for anything, but can anyone guess what type it is? Pretty much shut down. Yeah, a lot of things are in Australia, but most things are still open. You know, it's only early days in Australia. We've only had 7 deaths here, and I think 380 cases or something. So it's only no, not Foster's. Oh no, David. Australians don't drink Foster's. We we're very cruel. We send that stuff over to the rest of the world to drink. We don't drink that stuff. No, it's not Foster's. I'll give you a little hint. We have two really big brands in Australia. We have Victoria Bitter or Tui's. They're the two big brands in Australia. Mostly everyone drinks that, except for Queensland, and they drink 4X, but we don't count Queensland, so that's all right. Oh, wow, 80% in your state. Yeah, I think 90% are in our state, New South Wales. We're the premier state of Australia. We're the big state. We've got most of the industry and most of the people. And like we've got Sydney and New South Wales. Work is always in the way of fun. Yeah, I tell you what, I've only stopped working for a couple of months, but it absolutely kills me to watch someone work and me not to do something. You know, like I just can't not do it. It's a funny thing, but yeah. I always thought it'd be fun to watch people work, but no, it's not. I tell you what, it's a beautiful night tonight. It's been really hot. Like we've had a heat wave lately. Like it was cold. We've had fires going and everything for a couple of weeks now, and then we had a massive heat wave the last couple of days. And me and Hunter, we went out metal detecting, and I told her to come down metal detecting, and there's a gold coin calling out to you. You know, like we'll go and try and find a gold coin. So she came down, and we went out metal detecting, and like up until this point in time, I've never found a coin metal detecting. None of us have found one coin, and I found a 1 cent coin on our first dig, and we were high fiving each other. And I gave Haley the metal detector, and straight away she started having a go, and bang, she hit a $1 gold coin. And I said to her, "Well, it's not real gold, but it's still a gold coin." And she was rapt, and she was giving me high fives, and then straight away after that, she found another coin, and it was an English penny. And I'm like, "It's a foreign coin, darling." So she was really excited about that, and she missed her mum and her sisters and all that, so she wanted to go home today. and I miss her so much. Crispy, how you going, champion? I did the mail call finally the other night. I finally opened up the letter, and I have to tell you, Ducky absolutely loves his hat. He's absolutely wrapped. He didn't steal anything last night. I was absolutely impressed. Everyone put renovations on hold. Yeah, no, Marty, it's absolutely stopped here too, eh? Nothing's going. There's absolutely nothing. Yeah, there's like Australia's pretty much stopped, and we're only at the early stages of the virus. So I can't imagine it being over within 3 or 4 months here. I think it could go for like 6 months or more, and we're only just coming into winter. So everyone's already getting sick with the flu and the cold and all that because Australia's a multicultural country. We have so many people, like half the people weren't born in Australia. So we all travel all over the world and then come back to Australia. So everyone brings back their flu and their cold from all around the world. So we normally get, every type of flu in the world in Australia. So now we've got all that on top of coronavirus. So everyone's not looking forward to this year. Around at least a year, yeah. Well, everyone in Australia is really panicking because we have quite big loans. Hello, Victoria. How you going? Like our houses are very expensive in Australia, so nearly everyone has a big mortgage, and I'm talking, like 500,000 to 1 million is a normal mortgage in Australia. So, so many people are panicking, and I don't know how they're going to sort it out. I think they're going to put a freeze on everything. Like they're not going to ask you for repayments for 6 months and all this sort of stuff. Yeah, I did mail calls. I didn't put your name in it, but I did everyone's mail, and yours. I'm pretty sure we did yours first. And I did one from Cherie Ward. I did one from scrapping. I did one from poor man stacking, soils to the coils to the soil. Most of them were from around Christmas time when I stopped doing so much because I was pretty upset at the time. I hope I haven't missed anything. Wash your hands. See you, Rick. Yeah, Ducky was pretty wrapped, mate. Haley was absolutely stoked with the hat. She wore the hat. She pinched the hat off Ducky, and she wore the hat to metal detecting. She loved it. She was absolutely wrapped, mate. I tell you what, people, when you see your kid dig out a coin out of the ground and they're so excited and they're giving you high fives and you know for sure that that's a memory that they'll never ever forget. That was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait for him to come back down and do some more, or me go up and see him again. But yeah, I miss him already. Need to shut everything down except for police, firemen, hospital workers. Yeah, I think they should. They should shut the freeways and everything down because it's spreading so quick. Like we're an hour away from Sydney now, and we've already had a few cases here already. And it's only a matter of time, with all the truckies driving around, and everyone travels so much in Australia because everything's so far apart. It's just a normal thing. So they really do. They need to shut everything down, just shut it all down for a couple of weeks, let it all go away, sort itself out, even for a month. Shut everything down, just get it over and done with. But no one's going to stop panic buying until it's done and over. Like they're all going to keep buying toilet paper and food and everything. So just shut its borders. Yeah, but it's too late, Crispy. It's already in. Like we should have shut our borders down in November when the virus first came out. Oh, my beers are Tooheys, by the way. I don't like Victoria bitter. Yeah, we should have shut everything down as soon as it came out, but China denied like that it was there, and they covered it all up and didn't announce it until later on. So by the time they announced it, it was already too late because we've got 1 million Chinese in Australia and they travel here and there all the time. So with sort of thing like this, you've got to be out and open and honest to stop it. And most people won't be. And most politicians, they're all only worried about money and power and all that. So they don't really, care. They just want everything to continue as it has been, or when it finishes to go back to the way it was. But I don't think many people will go back to the way they were before the virus. I think most people will have learned a lesson from this. MD Melbourne, Jim, she'll get lots of. Oh, yeah, Jim is the absolute champion, isn't he? I love watching Jim's videos. He's got like, I think it was 70 odd silvers from one area around one tree. You've had it coming in from overseas. It hasn't spread yet. Yeah, well, it will. It'll go. It's a virulent thing, and it's going to go. And say you shut your island down, like Australia's an island, we could shut it down now for 6 months, right? No one gets sick. But in 6 months' time, when we open our borders, people are going to bring it in then, and then it's going to happen. So you might as well get it over and done with now while the panic in the whole world's on. Get it done and dusted, sort it out, let everyone get it over it. Jim is a goldie magnet. He picks up so many goldies from the surface, it's not funny. I love Jim. Jim's a top bloke. He's a good fella, Jim. There's a lot of good people out there in the world. I tell you what, our YouTube society, our YouTube community should be running the world, and I tell you what, it'd be a lot kinder place for the world. We'd be a lot more looked after, I reckon. Being the fact that we all stack and we're all concerned about the future and not just concerned about today's living and today's money. Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm still on a buzz from having my little one here. We had so much fun. Slowing it down. Here comes Speedy Gonzalez. I can hear the young bloke's motorbike from a long way off. He normally absolutely hammers down here. He slows down at my front gate though, because I used to tell him, slow down, because he was doing like 100 k's up and down the street in a 50 zone. So I told him to slow down, or I'll have the police in my driveway to pull him over. And I've never called the police on anyone in my whole life. I was only lying to him. I promise you, with cross my heart, hope to die, I never called the police on him. And what happened was he was undertaking a car up the road, and they saw him do it. So they followed him down this road and pulled him over. And where did they pull him over? Right in front of my driveway. So now this young kid absolutely hates my guts. He hates me with a passion because they took his motorbike off him. So now he, every time he comes down here, he's sitting down the bottom there and he's revving his motorbike up. Rum, 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 rum. It's funny. And I'm like, and I yell out, oh, that was wonderful. Do it more. And I'm hoping he's going to blow up his bike one day, but it hasn't happened yet. But sooner or later it will. And you can normally hear him coming from miles and miles away. We call motorcyclists in Australia temporary Australians because so many of them get hit, it's not funny. Like riding a motorbike in Australia is a very, very dangerous thing. Very dangerous. Especially when you're dangerous yourself, like it's bad enough looking out for other people that are idiots on the road, let alone when you're an idiot on the road too. So anyone got any stories of what they're going through around the world? A grumpy old fart. No, I have to admit, Crispy, I was a grumpy old fart years and years ago. because I live on a cul-de-sac, and people always used to come down it like it's a really steep hill. So the hill drops down really steep and goes down to a cul-de-sac, and everyone loves coming down here really fast because they get the loss of stomach feeling, like going over a roller coaster. And they'd all do burnouts and doughies down the bottom and then fly back up the hill. And I didn't mind that so much. I used to get grumpy when they'd go down to the bottom and just do burnouts at 3 o'clock in the morning, drunk on the way home from the pub. That was annoying, I really didn't like that. But 8 years ago, when Hunter was born, she got hurt at the hospital. They put a tube down her nose and it punctured her esophagus. So she was really sick for like, probably 4.5 years. Till she was nearly 5, she was sick. And she used to throw up of a night, and we'd have 3 cots made up for her. Donor mobile here. That's brilliant. So we used to have 3 cots made up, and she couldn't sleep, and we'd be up all night patting her back, trying to get her to sleep, and all these people would come down here and do burnouts, and I used to run down there and, woo, 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 get out of here, you're waking me kid up. So I got a real reputation around town as a crazy man. So no one would come down here and do burnouts anymore. But yeah, it was terrible because every time someone would do a big burnout, she'd wake up, and she'd been just gotten her to sleep, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Some idiot would come down here and do a big lot of doughies. That was terrible. And I was dealing with my own injury at the time. But apparently I've got a new doctor to go to and see, so I'm looking forward to that. Whoa, I can hear motorbike. See you, Marty. Oh, I can hear that motorbike coming. Yeah, when kids are involved, like I didn't care when it was 3 or 4 bikies going down there. I used to run down there and scream at them and run out in front of them in the road and scream and wave my hands around, and they'd never come back. They're like, that bloke's crazy. I'm out of here. But all I wanted was for my little one to be able to sleep. So that was a lot of. I'll tell you what, I'm so happy now that she's a lot better. What is on my head and why? That is my pirate hat. And just because I'm feeling happy, just it was wonderful to see my little one for a few days, and she came down and she wanted to go metal detecting, and she wanted me to cook her a steak, and I had to show her how I cooked my steak for her because she really enjoyed the way I cooked steak. So I had an absolute ball for a couple of days where I've been absolutely miserable for so long. You couldn't see the skull on it, the skull and crossbones. Yeah, it's because my head's so bald. If I took it off, you'd all be blind too. What's better, without it on or with it on? No, I wasn't wearing my pirate hat. I should have. Got to see it. Yeah, no, it was wonderful. We were out dancing, and she put this banana split song on, and we were dancing around and on. Yeah, I thought so. I thought you might appreciate that. Yeah, no, we had an absolute ball for the couple of days she was down here. It was a lot of fun. I miss them all so much. And, yeah, I'd love to go and do some travelling in a couple of months if this coronavirus would go away. You like the hat? Yeah, no, the hat's cool, eh? When the kids come back down and we go metal detecting again, I'm going to wear the hat. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to wear the hat like when I do live streams and stuff, just walking down the street and that, just to see other people's reaction. I reckon it'd be a bit of fun. So is anyone having a hard time around the world or anything? Anyone got any stories or? It's very quiet of a night without anyone around. I'm used to having people around all the time, and now I've got no one to talk to, so it gets a bit quiet. I need to do stream yards, don't I, so I can get people up and talk to. You can see again. Stores out of meat and toilet paper here. Yeah, yeah, we've got plenty of meat in Australia because we've got a lot of animals compared to population. What was that? Went on vacation, went to a water park, put a video out about how it's not interrupting my life and people hated it. Oh, that's not good. You know, a lot of people won't even see the coronavirus in their area for months yet, you know, and life's got to go on. StreamYard. Yeah, StreamYard would be good. Yeah, I'll do that next time I do a live stream. I keep forgetting. Would. I'll tell you what, I miss everyone a lot when I'm not doing my live streams, and yeah, it's not been a lot of fun for me. Getting more used to it though. I'll tell you what, I wish my neighbour would stop playing that bass music. All I can hear is douche, douche, douche. Hey, maybe I am getting to be a grumpy old man. Yeah, it is hard to get used to change. Yeah, I suppose I went and talked to a person about everything that happened and everything, and he said to me that men don't like change, you know, like men like a routine and everything to be normal and the same all the time. And women like change, you know, like they like a new hairdo every couple of months and they like a bit of change in life. So, yeah, it's hard to say. I tell you what, though, I am looking forward to doing a bit of travelling, though. I think that'd be fun. I just fear that it's going to be 6 months to a year before this coronavirus goes away. Busy, and we're going to move house. Haven't had much time for YouTube. Got a giveaway on the go. Yeah, no, life does get pretty hectic when you're moving and all that. Like I was packing boxes for weeks just to clean the house out for a reno, and we're 3/4 of the way through the reno now, and we're putting it on hold because we don't know when things are going to settle down to like be able to sell a house now, you know. So well, I hope it doesn't go on for too long, but I have a funny feeling it'll go on for a long time. Ah, the mozzies are after me. They always find me sooner or later. Oh, Crispy, thanks for them coins, champion. That was awesome, buddy, too. I appreciate that, mate. Made me and the little one's day. And Cherie Ward also sent us a war nickel. And poor man Stacking, he sent me some little rounds, little 1 gram rounds, and a couple of 1 gram bars. That was really fun. Yeah, no, it's very depressing, all this sort of stuff. You know, we just want to have fun, and we're not allowed to have fun. I think, like I've been writing a bit of a poem or an ode or a song. I don't know what you'd call it. I don't know, maybe a song about the whole coronavirus experience and all that sort of thing. And, you know, it affects people a lot, especially when people can't see their family and all that. Oh, it's absolutely devastating the economy here already. Absolutely devastating it. You know, most people need to earn in Australia. Most of them need to earn at least $1,000 a week just to pay their bills. And if they're not earning that, they're going back real fast, and no one's earning nothing now. Oh, I did, Crispy. It made our day, mate. It was wonderful. It was an unexpected boost, an unexpected pickup. Like I expected to get the hat from Beat Thrills. Beat Thrills told me that if he wins, he'd send me the hat, for Ducky. And so we opened the hat, and Ducky got in his hat, and he was wrapped, and then there was coins in there, and I'm like, oh wow, look at this. So that was a wonderful experience, and to get so many cards and letters and stuff for Christmas and that it picked me up a lot. It really touched me hard. I can't explain it a lot, but yeah, it did. It really did mean a lot to me. I think in the future I'll probably be staying here where I am. I don't know if I'll be moving to Crookwell or not. So I don't know what's going to be happening in the future. I think that's one of the things that's bothering me a bit is I don't know where I'm going to be in 12 months, let alone what's going to happen in 12 months. That's men with their predictability and routine in that, like they like to know where they're going, what they're doing and everything. But yeah, my routine's all out of whack now. Yeah, no, they reckon that people are using toilet paper to buy drugs and stuff now in Australia. It's that crazy, like you can use it as currency. So I can't see it ending anytime soon. Even if the virus goes away, people are still going to want to stack up stuff. They're not going to want to get caught short again. Like, how many people out there are being caught short and they've got to use shirts and whatever's on hand to wipe their bum? They're not going to want to get caught short again. So they're going to have to really ramp up toilet paper production and everything else for quite a while before the hysteria of the whole thing calms down, even after the virus. So we're going to have to deal with that too. So don't think it's going to calm down like when the virus does, because people will still be panicked. Two rolls of ply for an ounce of silver. Yeah, I gave away the two ply I got the other day. A friend rang me up, said he's got nothing, so I said, "I'll come over and I'll give you the four rolls I got." I've still got a few rolls left, so it felt good to help someone out. It was nice. Um, yeah, I wish a lot more people would help other people out, and then it wouldn't be such a big panic. Like some people are sitting on thousands of rolls of toilet paper. What? It's going to take them absolutely years to go through all that toilet paper. Like they must have toilet paper under their bed, around their dresses, and filled up rooms with toilet paper. It's not like you can stack silver and gold. It's a big quantity. I always stacked a lot of food. Trade my three ply for gold. I always stacked a lot of food up, and with me toilet paper, I never let it get below one bag spare. Like I'd always have a bag there, and when I got down to that one bag, I'd go and get another one. But yeah, I wish I'd bought more in the days before. Money Penny, good morning, Money Penny. $1 bills should be two ply. Yeah, no, there's a lot of craziness going on for toilet paper. Like in my local town, they had a punch up in the shopping centre for toilet paper. And we're only a small little town away from the city, and who'd expect people to punch up here? And they did the open an hour early for the elderly and the disabled and all that so that they could get into the shops. And they let them in there, and there was nothing in there anyway. And all the elderly started fighting and punching on and swearing and carrying on. And now they've got to have police in there when they open the shop up, so that they've got to have like 4 coppers in each supermarket to maintain control. So it's gotten out of control real quick here. No one there, yeah. Well, they've got to pull their finger out and start getting some food into these shops soon. If they don't, people will start rioting, and that's what I worry about. Why toilet paper? Exactly, Crispy. Like if you don't eat, you don't poop. That's what I was always taught. So that you'd think food would have been first and then toilet paper last, but no, it was toilet paper and then food. So, but it started in Australia first, the toilet paper madness. So who was the first Australian that went, oh, coronavirus, I need to get a trolley full of toilet paper now? Who was that first Australian so we can all go and beat him up and fix up this virus thing? Like it's absolutely nuts. Yeah, I wish people would calm down a little bit. Ooh, what's that? Ooh, I don't know what that was. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to go. I'm going to have to go and have a little look, see what's going on down my front yard. I'll just see if I can switch. No, I can't switch over. I'm going to have to go and have a look what's going on down there. I don't know if you can see, but suddenly lights have come on down my front. So I'm going to go down and have a little check out what's going on. See what I see. I think that's weird. Like they're pulling up and walking away. Just someone walking his dog, I think. It's just real weird, you're sitting there and all of a sudden the torch comes on at your driveway. Like, who's that? Because we're out of town here, it's not like you think you'd find people walking around at night like that. Normally when you see people walking around at night like that without a torch on, they're normally up to no good. That's my experience anyway. Especially on little streets, like little dead-end streets and that. Yeah, thieves annoy you. Not saying that person was a thief or anything, but that's the experience I've had. People come down, have a good look, and next thing you know, they're jumping your fence and stealing everything. Like I put in a hedge along the front of the fence, and they came in and they stole half my hedge. They stole 60 of the hedge plants. Now, like, that's just annoying, That took us a long time to plan all that and put all the sprinklers in and everything, and then they come along and just stole it all. It's a bit real worry around, especially now that things are starting to break down law and order wise. I tell you what though, when I'm walking down the driveway with my pirate hat on, I bet he beat a hasty retreat. He's out of here. Come on, dog, let's go. We've got a pirate after us. That's not something I'd expect to come out of the dark at me, a pirate. Oh dear. Thank you for everyone for hanging out with me and spending a bit of time with me. Appreciate you all. And I hope your coronavirus experience is a bit more pleasant than mine. It's very lonely here. So I appreciate you coming and spending a bit of time with me. Yeah. I wish you all well, and I wish you a pleasant experience. And I hope no one gets sick. And if you do, it's very mild. And I hope all this ends soon and we can get back to living a bit happier and a bit more fun. I'll tell you what, I can't wait to get the pirate wheel back out and give that a spin one day. That'll lift me spirits right up. But until then, I think the pirate better sign off. I think his back teeth's floating, if you know what I mean. So I'll catch you on the next run. And everyone, stay a pirate. Bye, everybody. Love yous all. I'll catch you on the next one.